Rev. Mark Thompson was a pillar of the community, a man whose unwavering faith had guided him through the darkest of times. For over 2 decades, he had preached the Word of God with a passion that resonated within the hearts of his congregation. His wife, Sarah, stood by his side, a loving and supportive partner, or so he believed. As the years passed, Reverend Mark's commitment to his ministry consumed much of his time. Sarah often found solace in the company of their housemaid, Emily, a kind and compassionate young woman who had become an integral part of their household. Mark trusted his wife implicitly, never questioning her loyalty. One fateful day, Mark returned home early from a religious retreat, hoping to surprise Sarah with his unexpected arrival. As he entered their house, his heart sank as he heard muffled voices coming from their bedroom. A sinking feeling overwhelmed him, and with trembling hands, he pushed open the door. The scene before him shattered his world. Sarah and Emily lay tangled in each other's arms, their betrayal laid bare. The pain that engulfed Mark was indescribable, as if his very soul had been ripped apart. His voice caught in his throat as he stumbled backward, unable to comprehend the magnitude of the deception. A torrent of emotions consumed Mark: anger, disbelief, and a profound sense of loss. He confronted Sarah, their once unbreakable bond now fractured beyond repair. She pleaded for forgiveness, admitting to her transgressions, but the damage was irreparable. Mark demanded that Emily leave their home, severing the connection that had grown between her and Sarah. Mark retreated into solitude, seeking solace in prayer and introspection. The very foundation of his faith had been shaken, and he grappled with the notion of trust, both in God and in the people he held dear. In his darkest moments, he found comfort in the scriptures and in the unwavering support of his congregation. The wounds left by Sarah's betrayal had scarred him, but they had not extinguished his devotion to his calling. The congregation stood beside him, offering solace and understanding, reminding him that even the most steadfast faith could be tested. One Sunday morning, as Rev. Mark delivered a sermon on forgiveness, he shared his own story of pain and betrayal. His words resonated with the congregation, as they too had experienced their fair share of hardships. The power of forgiveness and redemption flowed through his voice, healing not only his own wounds but also those of others. In time, Mark's heart began to heal, though the scars of his past would forever remain. He could not see Sarah the same way, so she also had to leave. Though the pain of his wife's betrayal would never completely vanish, Reverend Mark Thompson emerged from the depths of despair with an unyielding spirit. He continued to serve his congregation, spreading the message of love and forgiveness. In his journey of healing, he discovered a strength within himself that he never knew existed. While the pain had subsided, a part of him remained guarded, hesitant to fully open his heart to another. However, fate had a way of guiding him toward unexpected encounters. One Sunday afternoon, as Mark walked through the park, he noticed a woman sitting alone on a bench. Her eyes were filled with a hint of sadness, reminiscent of his own journey through heartache. As they sat together, he offered her a drink and they began to share their stories, their pain, and their hopes for the future. The woman, named Grace, had experienced her own share of heartbreak, a failed marriage that left her questioning the existence of true love. They found solace in one another's presence, a shared understanding of the scars that life had etched upon their hearts. Over time, Mark and Grace formed a deep connection, built on trust and a shared understanding of their pasts. Mark's congregation, who had witnessed his transformation firsthand, embraced Grace with open arms. They recognized the profound effect she had on their reverend, restoring his faith in love and guiding him towards a newfound sense of happiness. The congregation became a source of strength and community for Mark and Grace, enveloping them in a web of support as their relationship blossomed. As Mark and Grace embraced their love, they remained mindful of the shadows that lingered from their pasts. They understood the fragility of trust and the importance of open communication. Together, they embarked on a journey of vulnerability, addressing their fears and insecurities with unwavering honesty. Mark sought guidance from his fellow reverend, sharing the struggles he faced in rebuilding his faith in relationships. Their wisdom and compassion reassured him that it was possible to love again, to trust again, even after enduring the deepest betrayal. Their counsel allowed Mark to move forward, hand in hand with Grace, while still honoring the lessons he had learned. Mark and Grace's love radiated throughout their lives, bringing a renewed sense of purpose to their individual paths. Their shared experiences of brokenness and healing became a powerful testimony, inspiring others to seek forgiveness and redemption. Mark's sermons carried a profound weight, resonating deeply with those who had lost faith and love. Grace's gentle presence and unwavering support reminded everyone that healing was possible, no matter how deep the wounds. As time passed, Mark and Grace decided to celebrate their love in a sacred union. Surrounded by their congregation, family, and friends, they exchanged vows, pledging their commitment to each other and to a future grounded in faith, forgiveness, and love. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of healing. Together, Mark and Grace continued their mission of spreading love and forgiveness throughout their community. They offered counseling to troubled couples, reminding them of the strength that could be found in unity. They extended their arms to those who had experienced betrayal, showing them that redemption was not out of reach. Reverend Mark Thompson's journey had taken him from the depths of despair to a place of profound healing and love. His experience of betrayal had not destroyed him but instead fueled his determination to bring hope to others. With Grace by his side, they became beacons of light, demonstrating that love could be reborn from the ashes of heartache. His love for Grace grew stronger with each passing day, an enduring reminder that even the darkest of nights could lead to the brightest dawn. As Reverend Mark stood before his congregation, his voice filled with gratitude and conviction, he spoke of his journey. His words echoed throughout the sanctuary, resonating in the hearts of all those who had witnessed his remarkable transformation. And in that moment, as the congregation listened intently, they realized that Pastor Mark's story was not simply about a pastor who had been betrayed but about the unwavering power of love, forgiveness, and the indomitable spirit of the human heart.